Hello, welcome back. I thought I would just do my makeup whilst I catch you up on what I've been up to. This just dropped foundation. Oh my god, I swear I do this all the time and I'm not being funny. Why does foundation actually stain? It's because it's a new one. Yeah, basically just catch you up on what I've been doing. I actually really wanted to vlog the last week because it was my birthday and we went up to Manchester to some Christmas markets, to the Trafford Centre, and I had all these plans that I was gonna film, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a bit stressful. It was nice, but we've had 2 breaks away since having Alfie. One in the summer, which was to a caravan park, and that was, I guess, a little bit stressful, but because it was summer, he wasn't actually eating actual food by then, so that made it easier. But when it's summer, you can stop, you can feed them outside, it's just a lot easier. Whereas he's 10 months old, he's crawling, he hates his pram again. I mean, he always hates his pram. But obviously the majority of the time we're out and about. When you go away, aren't you? Like, you don't just stay in your accommodation. So we went out and he didn't love it. He napped really well on the way to Manchester. So it's about, I think it's like a 3-4 hour drive to Manchester. We're in the south, Manchester's in the north. And we, drove up there on Tuesday. And he did sleep for 2.5 hours in the car, which is amazing, because since we had to get a sleep consultant a couple of months ago, and since we've done that, he sleeps amazingly at home and through the night, but out in the car and the pram, he's never slept that well, to be fair, in the pram, but in the car he doesn't sleep that well. He usually doesn't sleep longer than about 30-40 minutes, but he slept for 2.5 hours, which was amazing. That's just them coming upstairs to change Alfie's nappy because he's gone to the toilet, clearly. But say hello. You done a poo-wee.
I don't want to be on camera doing the poo-wee.
Well, you are.
What are we doing?
We're just catching up on the last week.
This is Alfie.
Yeah, this is Alfie. Say hi.
Yeah, come on, let's go change your nappy.
So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying that.
Sorry.
So he slept for 2.5 hours on the way up there, which was fantastic. And then he didn't sleep for like 7 hours. And he didn't go to bed till like 9 o'clock. So that was quite stressful because he wouldn't fall asleep in the pram because he's a very nosy baby. It was very busy. And then, you know, when you get to an accommodation, and if you've got a child, like a young baby, you'll know this, but there's like specific temperatures that they sleep best between, and when we got there it felt quite warm, so we put him in like a thinner sleepwear, but by the morning it had dropped, and so I felt really guilty because he was definitely a bit cold, and we heard him like cry a little bit at 4, but he sometimes just cries in his sleep a little bit. It's really sad actually. But he just sort of like whines in his sleep, but he was still asleep. So I didn't want to go in and obviously wake him up. But yeah, I felt really guilty because he was obviously cold. And then obviously we made sure he was warmer other nights. But yeah, on my actual birthday, which was the Wednesday, we went to the Trafford Centre and he only had 1 nap all day, but it was an hour and a half in the pram, so that was good. He was quite good that day, to be fair, because there was lots of just being in the pram. And then Thursday was a little bit more stressful. We went into the centre of Manchester to the Christmas markets, and it was bitter. Like, for some reason, it was like, well, I say for some reason, it's November, but it was like frosty, freezing cold. He wouldn't have his hat on half the time. He didn't want to be in like a coat in the pram covered up, which obviously there was just no choice. Even carrying him around, I was just so conscious of the fact that his legs only really had 1 layer on, and he would just be cold because I was cold, and I'm obviously a much bigger person than he is. And he screamed. If you were on the train from Manchester to, it's Salford, is that how you say it? I apologise. Because my God, he was not happy and just screaming. And then me and Jack, obviously, you know, it's like, he just started getting stressed, just generally. So we were very stressed. And then, yeah, it was all okay. Since we've been back and he's been in a bit more of a routine and he's napped easier, like, it's been so much better, to be honest. The first night when we got back, he usually wakes up, well, he had been waking up at like 5ish. So you're supposed to push their bedtime forward if they wake up earlier, but I actually pushed it back later because it just seemed to work better for us. But I had to go in and wake him up at 7:45. So I kept leaving it. I don't want to leave it too long, but I also thought he obviously needs to sleep, so I just let him sleep until then. And then we've had a bit of a chilled weekend. Saturday we went into one of the local towns, absolutely poured it down, so that wasn't really how I planned it to go. And then Sunday we had a chilled day at home, and you know what, he was so good. Sunday was yesterday. I mean, he was an angel all day. Obviously there's the odd bits of tears, isn't there, but like, he was fine. But I can't believe it's nearly Christmas. Like, I feel like it's gone so quickly, and it's really caught up on me. I started my Christmas shopping on September the 1st, and I've seemed to stop my Christmas shopping on like September the 5th. So I haven't got any presents really. Alfie's got some presents and Jack's mum has got a present, and that's it. So I'm thinking, you know, I need to go out and do some shopping, but I don't really want to drag Alfie into, I mean, I'm gonna have to drag him into the local city to go shopping, because I actually hate shopping online. I find it really hard to find what I want. So I'm gonna have to do it at some point. I'm debating whether I do that today, because I'm feeling like a Monday might not be as busy. It's Black Friday's on Friday, so it shouldn't, you know, I don't want to go next Monday when it's like Cyber Monday, but then it also starts getting into like December and I'll start panicking. I don't know, I don't know. I've actually, this is gonna sound really embarrassing, I've never taken Alfie into the city, I say the city, into like our local city completely on my own. I don't know what it is, I just get really stressed about things, and if I've got someone else there with me when it's stressful, it's so much easier, because if I'm with my friends, I don't want to cry in front of my friends. So I've got one friend whose daughter is literally a day older than Alfie, and so I feel like the babies are the closest at that point, and so one of them always behaves and one of them is always like more upset, and so it's just easier to do things like that with her, because I know that she'll completely understand. Whereas any of my friends that haven't got children, obviously I still love going shopping with them, but I feel really guilty because I feel like there's a lot more stops, especially now Alfie has lunch. Like, you can't not give them lunch or think, oh, I'll just feed them later. Like, we can do that for ourselves, but with a baby who can't speak and they're kind of in a routine, they kind of have to be fed around that sort of time. So I haven't done it, and I'm debating it today because I think it's a dry day, but I am really nervous, and I don't know why I'm nervous. It's silly to be nervous to take your child shopping, but it's just because he hates being in the pram, and then there's a lot to think about. But I don't know, I mean, I could go to one of the retail parks, but I think the city is really where I want to get my Christmas gifts. I wonder if I do it and I'm just brave. I don't know, I'm not a very brave person. But that's why I wanted to get, well, I always get ready in the morning, but like, I wanted to get ready before Jack goes to work, so that I had that option then. But it means Alfie will not nap at home today. He'll nap in the car, and it's not, like, his naps at home, particularly his morning nap, is usually about an hour and a half. So if I go in the car, it's not going to be an hour and a half. And then it's like he doesn't sleep for as long, and then he gets groggy, and it's like, what do you do? I don't want my life to be dictated by a child. I do think, like, my mum always said to me, children should sort of fit in with your life, and I do totally believe that. But it's also that point of, for the first 8 months of his life, I really tried to go with the flow, let him nap on the go, and it just didn't work for us at all. Like, I ended up being up all through the night, and it just didn't work for us. So I try and keep him into a bit of a routine where I can, but I don't know, maybe I just do go. Just lots of do I, don't I, I'm not sure, but yeah, otherwise this will just be some sort of at-home vlog of me doing absolutely nothing. But even if I do go into the city, I won't end up filming it because it'll just be absolute chaos with a child, and it's going to be busy regardless because of the time of year, isn't it? I just don't know what to do. I'm not very good at making decisions, and I feel like it's not like I can just go and get my shopping all done at once. And if it was just me, I'd go in early, get stuff done and get out, because I used to love shopping, like clothes shopping for myself. I hate it now. This was the last item of clothing I bought, and it's the only item of clothing I've bought myself, potentially since he was born. I just don't like it anymore. It's not fun. I love shopping, clothes shopping for him. I just don't enjoy it for myself. So yeah, I'm not really too sure. I feel like everyone's probably done all their Christmas shopping, and usually I'm so prepared, but I'm just not. We haven't even got the Christmas tree up, and I feel like you're supposed to be a lot more excited for Christmas when it's your child's first Christmas, but I feel just more stressed because when he's unhappy, it just makes for a not very nice time. And I feel really bad saying that. It's not obviously not his fault, but like when he isn't happy, because a lot of people go to me, oh, if he's tired, he'll sleep. He won't. I remember when he was like a month old and he was awake for like 7 hours one day because he just wouldn't fall asleep. And that's not normal, and that's not okay. You know, when you're really tired and you get a headache and you feel crap, that's probably exactly how he's feeling, which is why he then gets more upset, and then I can't do anything about it. But I feel like I have just waffled at you about my whole life in the last 15 minutes. So I'm gonna finish getting ready, and then I'm sure I'll update you on whether or not I'm shopping or at home all day. We've come shopping. Alfie's fallen asleep in the car, so I'm actually just gonna let him nap, even though I'm doing park and ride and the bus is actually there, but it looks rammed. But yeah, I just thought I'd let him nap. It's quite an early nap for him, but he obviously needs to sleep, and bless him, I don't want to wake him up because he's only been asleep for like 10-15 minutes, and he's not a transfer baby, so if I pick him up and move him, he's going to be awake and he's going to be upset. But we're going to do some Christmas shopping. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm just going to do, like, there's 2 sides to the city. I'm going to do like one side and hopefully get most of the stuff we need and have a little look for some ideas, because I've got nothing for Jack. I know a couple of bits that I want to get for him, but I like to see things in person and decide whether or not I like the fit, the style, the quality and stuff like that. But I'm going to take Alfie into TK Maxx. That's going to be a nightmare. It's little things that you don't think of until you become a parent. I've had loads of experiences where I've taken him to like change his nappy and I've needed a wee as well, and there hasn't been a facility where we can both use it. There's been like obviously the ladies' toilets or a baby changing, but not a baby changing with a toilet in there. And then it's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just leave him outside? Obviously I'm not going to do that. Or am I supposed to try and bring him half into the cubicle? I did a TikTok on this and I saw a few people were like, oh, I would just hold the baby. Sorry, no, I can't do that. I don't know how people do that. But yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I do remember that the John Lewis has got space for nappy change, and to be honest, somewhere like that where it's quite a quiet enclosed space, if I needed to go to the toilet, or to be honest, if it's like a joint shared changing space, if there was another parent in there, I would, depending on the parent, feel comfortable asking if they could just like keep an eye just whilst I pop to the toilet really quickly. Maybe that's really wrong to do, but I feel like it kind of depends on the parent. That probably sounds really rude, but yeah, if I felt like I could, then I would ask, because otherwise what are you supposed to do? Am I supposed to wet myself? Am I supposed to not change my baby? Like, it's just, well, obviously I guess it would just be me who suffers. But it's just a silly concept. But yeah, he's napping in the back. And I'm really nervous. My neighbour's just texted actually and asked if I wanted to do something today, which is typical. But I think she's like, oh my God, good luck. And I am really nervous to take him shopping because he hates the pram, so he's just going to cry. But I'm just going to try and embrace it and be like, it's fine, it's fun. I'm going to not like mooch around shopping for me at all. I'm just going to get in, get stuff done. I'm going to have to stop and feed him for lunch. And because he's got some allergies and I feed him, I can't even like stop somewhere nice and get something. But we'll just have to stop for a drink somewhere. Wish me luck, I'm really nervous. Are you snugly at warm? Come straight to John Lewis to change him because I think he'll go back to sleep if I do that. Weirdly though, the toilets are not with the baby stuff. Like the baby changing is on a completely different floor. It's the John Lewis parents' room, so you've got like a changing area to check there's no one here, and a feeding area, and then the toilet. But annoyingly, the toilet's actually out of service, so I'm gonna have to use a kid's one. So we're changed, we're fit. Hopefully we're gonna have a sleep. We're not very happy to go back in our pram, are we? I'm taking his coat off just because it's actually really warm in here, and I can wrap him up with a blanket. But should we go and have a sleep in the shop? Yeah. Are you happy? Just woken up from a nap. Look at those Christmas decorations. Look. So we finished shopping and we're back at the car. Have you been so good today? You've been really good actually. It's been so much easier than I thought. We did get a bit upset at lunchtime. Right, you wouldn't believe it now, but he's actually been good as gold and it's been like the easiest trip. We're just gonna head home now. We had to cut lunch short a bit because there wasn't any high chairs in the Costa and he just wasn't really playing ball, so he did eat, but we left a bit early. And yeah, we're just gonna drive home now. And oh, I've got cramp in my hip and I'm not sure he's either gonna nap in the car or maybe have a bit of a later nap at home. We shall see. We are back home. I put Alfie down for a nap, which I didn't know how he was gonna react to it. He didn't love it because he's obviously been in the car and the pram all day, which he hates. You know what? I had a really nice day. Alfie was really, I hate to use the term good because like they can't really be naughty, can they? But I didn't really have many tears. He got upset at lunchtime. Well, I say upset. He got annoying at lunchtime. He was, he just wanted to pick up like the food. Basically, he had a packet of wafers and he just kept wanting to hold the wafers, but he doesn't hold stuff. He holds it, hits it around and then drops it. And I don't want to get my hands and knees in bloody Costa trying to pick up bits of wafer that he's dropped, which would happen. So we cut lunch short and we came home. I got a few bits of Christmas shopping that I wanted to get. Some of the stuff I'm going to get online, but I got some of my mum's present, Jack's dad, his birthday present, because that's right before Christmas. A couple of bits for Jack. I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all. But pretty good going, I think, considering it was only a morning. The reason that I didn't get home till later was actually because Alfie was asleep, and then when he woke up I knew he'd need changing and feeding, and then I knew he'd need like his actual lunch as well. So it meant that we couldn't get home earlier because obviously you can't just, like, I don't like to feed him and then put him straight in the car, or like feed him and then just put him straight to sleep with like actual food, because yeah, I just want it to kind of like digest. Like I always feel like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't eat and then go straight to sleep, so I shouldn't do that for him. But yeah, we're home. Look at my hair. I mean, it needs a wash, but I have struggled so much since, like, I kept reading about people talk about postpartum hair issues, and my hair is just not the one. But yeah, I need to wash it. And then tomorrow morning I've actually got a sports massage booked. Jack got me that as a present for my birthday, so I've got that. And then I am coming home and I've actually got a client like pretty much straight after, so it's timed quite well really. And then we're gonna head over to one of the local towns and go to B&M, The Range, maybe Asda. I feel like that's quite good for like gift wrap and like little extra present ideas. And this is really boring, but we need a new bin. So I've got to do that. I've just had my lunch. I actually had pizza. I had pizza last night because Jack went out. So I had a Papa John's and I obviously left half of it. So I completely forgot about that. I knew this morning, I was like, do I eat, don't I eat? Because I'm so limited on what I can eat. I can't just grab something out. Like with Alfie's allergies, it makes it quite difficult, to be honest. So I thought, oh, I've got that at home. And then I completely forgot until I got home. I was like, oh my God, I've got my pizza. So I've just had that. I'm just unloading the dishwasher because it was a really last minute decision this morning for me to go and do the shopping. And I'm pleased that I did go because, as I say, I got stuff done and he was actually really good. Otherwise, I'd have just spent the day inside, which is fine. But I don't know. It's just nice to get stuff done. And I feel like I didn't want to go next Monday because it's Cyber Monday. So obviously there's like, it would be too busy with Black Friday stuff. And then it starts getting towards Christmas. And then I've got clients in the evening. And like, if I just get held up, I'd rather, although my clients aren't till like later in the evening, I'd just rather get it done, you know? So I've done that. And then over Black Friday, well, this week really, I can look to order some stuff online. Jack was quite pleased because it meant that he didn't have to come in and do any of the shopping. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna empty the dishwasher, start reheating Alfie's dinner. Luckily, I don't even have to cook it. Sort out the gifts that I bought. Just basically tidy up because the jobs that I usually do in the morning nap, obviously I didn't do because I was out. So that's what I've got, a very fun evening. And then I've got a solo bedtime because Jack is at football tonight. Solo bedtimes I don't love, but I don't usually bath Alfie on a solo bedtime because it's a bit stressful because he keeps trying to stand up in the bath now. We're a bit out of whack with naps because we've been out, but I'm gonna go and wake him up. It's actually 4:45, so he'd usually nap, his second nap, which is technically what this should be, but it says third nap, should be about, well, it depends, somewhere between 1:30 and 2:30, depending on how long he sleeps. But yeah, he's not usually asleep this late, but I am trialling later bedtime, so it is okay. I'm thinking maybe like 7:30, that's not really that long. I'm gonna go wake him up basically. Darling. Hello. Hello, sweetie pie. It's Mummy. It's Mummy. Can't sleep too long. We've got some fun to have. Yeah. Are you a happy little boy? Yeah. Love you. So we are just going to go downstairs. We're going to have some milk and then play for a bit. And then we have some tea. And Daddy will be home briefly before football. Does that sound like fun? You've got a very red cheek where you've been laying on it. But yeah, this is Alfie. You haven't been on Mummy's YouTube, have you? Wow. He's got my hair, in case anyone's wondering. Curly, crazy hair. Although he's got parts of it that are straight as well, hasn't he? We get such a oh, don't fall out. We get such a mixture of people like saying who he looks like. Some people are like, he looks so much like you. Some people are like, he looks so much like Jack. So you guys have seen Jack. Who do you think he looks like? Oh, you've got a lovely snotty nose. Alfie. Yes, I didn't have that much of my dinner. But we're having some playtime. Honestly, it's mental that Alfie's just wearing the same outfit he's worn all day. There was a time, wasn't there, where you had about 4 outfit changes a day because you were a very sicky baby. Yeah. You've got something in your hair, lovely. Yeah. Da, da, da. Da, da, say da, da. Is that football? Alfie! Alfie! Hello, come in. Yeah. Come play toys with Mummy. Come play toys with Mummy. Oh! 2, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Red. Orange.
The concentration in your eyes.
Red. 3. Yellow. You could be a purple monkey in a bubblegum tree. You could sing in the
Oh, what's up? What's up? Baba monkey in a bubblegum tree. This song lives in my head rent free. Back to me. So I've just had a phone call from Jack. Now Jack goes to football on a Monday evening and he injures himself a lot, and it's a running joke that he'll come in pretending he can't walk because he's injured. And he's just called me and said, you're going to think I'm winding up, but I can't walk home. I can't walk, so I can't drive. So, because it's all chaotic. Usually Alfie would be in bed by now and it would be fine. But the issue we have, well, it's not an issue, it's going to be resolved, it's just a faff, is thankfully Jack's parents don't live too far. They've got to drive over to the town that they're playing football in, which is like 20 minutes. Go and pick them up, and Jack's dad's gonna have to drive my car back, and then it's not even fun. It's not funny because Jack's obviously injured, so I don't know why I'm laughing. But honestly, I've been with Jack for 5 years, and I think he's been injured more than he hasn't been injured. Like, oh my gosh, Alfie, what are we gonna do? The thing is as well, Jack's completely like having to look after Alfie on his own tomorrow because I'm out in the morning. Oh, that's so annoying as well. We're going out and I don't want to have to drive, but I'm gonna have to drive. We're so lucky this, where's your sock? Oh, we're so lucky this didn't happen last week because we're meant to be driving to we did drive to Manchester on the Tuesday morning, and I don't want to drive to Manchester, so he's very lucky this has happened this week. But oh my god, I'm thinking of all the things that Jack's now not going to be able to do. Like, I might have to take him to work every morning. That's not going to work. Oh, silly daddy, eh? Silly daddy. So I'm going to go and take Alfie up actually and bath him now. I was sort of waiting and tying it in with when Jack got back because I thought he'd be back in the next sort of 20 minutes, so he'd see him before bed. But there's just no way he's going to now because we've got to wait for Jack's family to drive like half an hour over there and then come back. So you're not going to see Daddy before bedtime, darling. I know, very sad. And we've had a chaotic evening because we've just had a bump to the head, haven't we? He just fell over. He does this thing sometimes where he's sat up and then he like rolls and falls, and his head unfortunately missed the rug, didn't it? But you're okay now. We were very upset, but it missed the rug, and he hit his head, but he's fine now. So we're gonna go and do bath for bedtime, mister. Just you and me again, I think. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna end this video here anyway because I'm not gonna obviously film him in the bath. But I was going to film tomorrow if we do something, but I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Say bye. Say bye. Can you wave? Say bye, guys.